personnel in sight.
Here, troops in contact at this time.
Squad 7 lead vehicle are taking fire on primary and secondary positions. Request immediate engagement from overhead control. Engage.
Look at that fish! Yeah! Whoa! Get on the ground! That's are you kidding me right now? Air Force! You use Air Force! Yeah! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about! Yeah! Yeah! Boom, baby! That's what I'm talking about! Brother, that's what I'm talking about, baby!
This is Force on Force, a bracket-style tournament featuring the branches of our military head-to-head on the water. The site is Toledo Bend Reservoir on the Texas-Louisiana border. The commander for this operation is Lieutenant Colonel Cody Robertson. Each battle begins in the TOC, the Tactical Operations Center, set up lakeside, where Lieutenant Colonel Robertson delivers the rules of engagement for the day. Today's matchup features two former champions. In fact, 3 championship rings can be found in today's competitors. Robert Richards was on the Marine team which won Season 3. This year, Richards and Air Force bass angler Nicholas Freeman advanced in the preliminary round to reach today's semifinal. In the last round, one nice keeper was all it took to advance. Alpha team is Richards and Freeman, who will face a Bravo team consisting of 2-time champ Jeff Campbell, winner of Season 4 and Season 6, and Air Force bass angler David Hutchison. Their first round win was not without some drama. For the first time ever, Campbell was separated from longtime teammate Sean Dalrymple. Now remember the new rule in this year's pre-tournament banquet. A random draw for teammates separated these teammates who had pre-fished together for this event. Campbell drew Hutchison, and when these two eliminated Dalrymple and Dan McKinley, well, someone didn't take the adjustment well.
There.
Not a word.
So with Hutchison detained, this semifinal round is set to begin.
Scared to show your face? You gotta cover your face, you scared? Don't be embarrassed when you lose.
Scared.
I'm going home.
I'm going home.
I'm going home.
We didn't even
all right. Welcome back to Season 7 of Force on Force, the semifinals. Ooh, what the heck is going on with this? Hey, what are you guys doing? Who is this? Get out of my talk. Get out of my talk. What happened to you, Davey?
Sir, we'll talk offline, but I got kidnapped this morning in my bed, so.
Okay, well, enough with that nonsense. Let's get down to this operation. We're gonna start with the rules of engagement. You got a 5-fish limit, must be 14 inches, 4 hours to conduct your operation. Your basic load has now doubled from eliminating the previous round. So you still have twice, or you now have twice the number of BioBore products, along with Strike King products. Everybody's still got their Wiley X sunglasses, polarized lenses. You've got double the Liquid Mayhem, double the Impact jigs. BioBore will continue to fuel the boats, and you've got Rug Pack energy drinks when you get thirsty out there. Your rod count has now doubled, so you can rig up for as many presentations as you want out there with your Lew's rod and reel combos. Cool. And last but not least, we still got significant weather out on the water. So the TOC will continue to monitor that situation. We'll post reports as necessary, but you'll take all commands from the TOC. All right, bring it in nice and tight for your G2 Intelligence Lake Report.
Here's your G2 Lake Report. Massive Hurricane Harvey is headed this way. The outer bands are already upon the area with cloud cover and periods of gusty winds. Those periods will become more frequent as the round progresses. Temperatures will start in the mid-70s and end in the mid-80s.
Y'all have any questions?
No, sir.
Any questions from this team?
No, sir.
All right, shake hands, move out, draw fire, and good luck. Cool.
Cheater.
All right, you guys are gonna go home at the end of this episode.
We ain't going anywhere.
Ain't going nowhere. Like the love bugs, we're gonna be here all day.
You're leaving me, man!
Hey,
They caught you!
get out of here!
I'm sorry!
Nope. Get out of here!
Get me on the end down here!
I'll get you.
Go away!
You lost.
He can
Now
lose
you're
without
fine.
you. He don't need you.
I'm sorry, Sean. I've moved on.
Jump in.
Go!
Hey, Hutch, it's me and you now.
All right,
I've moved on.
all right. Just don't look back. He might be in the water swimming after us.
Force on Force is brought to you by Skeeter Boats, by Lowrance, by Hook, Line, and Barbecue, and by Underwater Green Fishing Lights.
Gotta go execute today, brother.
Got the lucky marble.
Heck yeah.
We'll let them waste all their time.
Yeah, we'll go to fishing.
We just start fishing.
Not only do you need to be on the fish, you need to be on the water, and running it back and forth is doing nothing but costing time. Previous round was extremely tough bite. Fortunately, Robert was able to pull a nice one there towards the end to help us out. Overall, we know we got good fish in here. Only took us 2 minutes to get here. That maximizes our time. Not only do you need to be on the fish, you need to be on the water, and running it back and forth is doing nothing but costing time.
There he is. There we go. Woo! That's why I'm screaming.
Yeah, it's a way to start.
Woo! Ah. They're still running.
They're still running, looking for a spot, and we already got
2.24.
all right.
2.24. Nice.
Good start. That's what I'm talking about.
That fish came on a Strike King Denny Brower, half-ounce Denny Brower structure bug. Green pumpkin with a rage craw in summer. The pattern's called summer craw. It's a green pumpkin chartreuse.
So with Bravo Team not even out of eyesight of its competition, Alpha Team is on the scoreboard. The men of Force on Force bring much more than a passion for fishing to this program. They bring their experiences serving our nation. This TV show gives a face to those who serve us in our military.
I have a beautiful 5-year-old daughter. She loves fishing. I got her into it when she was 3. She caught her first fish. For this trip down here, you know, I told her I was coming down to fish a tournament and film a show and be on TV, and I was gonna say hi to her and stuff. And so she went upstairs for a little while and dug through her little toy boxes up there. And she came down and she gave me, this is what she sent me with. My favorite color is blue. And she picked out this blue marble here, and it's been in my pocket the entire filming process. I was actually out pre-fishing a few days before the tournament, and I spun my prop, and we were way, 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 way up past the bridge. There was a tree sticking up in about 40, 50 feet of water, but the tree, as it came up out of the water, went in the shape of an L. So I trolled over there and I kicked it a few times and shook it, and it was a solid tree. So I got the boat turned around, I stood on that tree, and I took my prop off that was spun. I put my spare prop on, and away we went, got back here, and this lucky marble, I tell you, she sent it with me. So, well, Macy, I told you I'd be on TV and say hi to you. So, hi, Macy. We'll be sitting side by side watching this, but I told you I'd say hi to you. So I hope you enjoy the show, and your marble brought me multiple luck multiple times. So you need to pick one out for the next tournament I have.
Back on the water, Alpha Team is feeling good after their catch, barely 2 minutes into their day. The catch has continued, but not for the larger bites, until this.
There he is.
Got him?
Yep.
Keeper?
I don't know.
Keep him coming.
Keep him low, keep him low.
Might be a small spot. I don't know he's gonna be.
Get him in the boat, get him in the boat. Oh, it's a big old crappie.
Big old crappie.
Holy cow. Oh man, got my heart all excited. You know what's sad? That crappie's probably 14 inches.
Yeah, that crappie's
Here, take
what we need to. He would have been big enough to measure and weigh. It's not the 14-inch largemouth we was looking for, but at least I can't say I didn't catch nothing today. He'd be some good eating though.
The anglers of ForceOnForce are using artificial bait for this tournament, but in past seasons when we've had kids on, we've used the certified Arkansas bait fish. And what makes the certified Arkansas bait fish great is it's a wonderful way to introduce kids to fishing in a way that makes it fun and effective, and it'll keep them coming back. Healthy, hearty, and safe, certified Arkansas bait fish. ForceOnForce is brought to you by Strike King, by BioBore, by Lose, and by Dermatone. Welcome back to the ForceOnForce semifinals. Alpha team leads with a nice-sized keeper early. Both teams are adjusting to the very unusual weather pattern brought on by the approaching Hurricane Harvey. Now, in the last segment, we showed you Alpha team's nice-sized crappie. Bravo team is also seeing some action with a non-bass species, brim bites.
Oh, wow. So if you look right here in the Lawrence, we've been saying we've been getting a lot of brim hits. This right here is all the brim beds that we were just coming through. I mean, that's a huge bedding area. And that explains all the brim hits, and I'm getting one right now too.
Man, that is an amazing picture of brim beds right there.
That's the beauty of these Lowrance electronics. Whatever's down there, you can see it. You just can't always get it to bite. Unfortunately, the bass that we've found haven't been as voracious as the brim so far.
Off to our left here, you can see the shapes of the laydowns of the trees, and when you see these white spots popping out, they look like little grains of rice. Those are fish. Further down, we've already passed it, and there's also a big school of bait. That's a big bait ball right there. Here's a fish here, a little white peck. When the return's real bright and kind of a rice-shaped, that's a fish.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how I can, I'm throwing half of a Strike King Ocho on a little hook with a 16-ounce weight. That fish ate it, and...
Did he take all your bait off?
No. But how did they not?
So Robert, how long was you in the Marines?
20 years and 17 days. I always make sure to put in that 17 days. Reason why is enlisted retire at the end of the month, and officers retire on this first or second day of the month. So I want to make sure that my 17 days get counted. I joined in December of 1992. I have a little small town, Mendocino, California. And I really didn't, everyone says you join for a reason. I've still got no clue to this day why I joined the Marine Corps. I think it's because I had nothing else better to do. The logging industry was tapering down, the commercial fishing was tapering down. And my grandfather, my late grandfather, gave me the best advice. He said, get the heck out of here, there's nothing for you. And I enlisted on an open contract. And I was fortunate enough to get one of the top 5 jobs pretty much at the time in the Marine Corps, which was the intelligence field. My MOS was a 0261, which is a geographic intelligence specialist. And our primary role was to
to build mapping and imagery products to support the warfighter.
I don't find too many connections myself between fishing and military operations, just for the general purpose of what I did. Now, from a deployment aspect, absolutely. You have to look at your environment. Where are you going? What's your rules of engagement? Because every state's going to be different. Every water reservoir is going to be different for the species you're going after or whatever. You really have to pay attention to your mapping. What's your structure? Therefore, what's your ambush point? What's your attack point? You need to know these bass are very ambush driven. So they're going to look for the cover. They're going to come out of the cover and attack. So having a military mindset, thinking of that attacking forward deployment type aspect of necking something down into a channel for that ambush, it definitely helps. Ain't a fish.
Fishing rod?
Sure is. You know, had they been throwing a lose, we know it'd still be good. We could throw a little oil on it and go on.
So Alpha Team has caught one nice keeper, a very nice crappie, which won't help anything today except at the dinner table, an extra rod and reel combo, which also won't help with their combat power, but it sure does make for interesting television when the bass are scarce. Meanwhile, Bravo Team has 0 fish and is still working on some basic trust issues.
I had a little snafu this morning. I was woken, duct taped, and bound to my bed.
I had nothing to do with that.
I'm starting to think he did. I really do, because if you look at who caught fish, you know, it was me. I can't really say much, but it was very odd. You know, this is my first time down here for Force on Force, and when you get woke up in the middle of the night by a guy wearing a ski mask in the middle of the woods, a lot goes through your mind, and then duct tape gets put on your mouth so you can't say much. Come to find out, his partner could not let go. Somebody might want to check on Sean when you guys get back to the station or whatever, or you guys, I don't know. You know.
It was a sad display.
It's your fault. That's all I'm gonna say on that note. There ain't much to talk about on that.
Force on Force is brought to you by Fins, by Liquid Mayhem, by All Seasons Feeders, and by Ruck Pack. It's the very final moments of a frustrating semifinal round for Alpha and Bravo teams. So far, 1 fish on the scoreboard and a lot of swings and misses.
Oh my.
Short fish.
At least I'm catching
a crappie.
He'd be some good eating though.
And some hardware. Both teams decide to try their luck right next to the launch site.
I was hoping you're gonna be late.
Well, I'm just saying I hope you caught a bunch, because that's what it's gonna take.
To keep me from doing push-ups on TV, I really don't want to do that.
Your partner's still probably traumatized from earlier.
Who, Sean or me?
No, your new partner.
No, Sean's probably still in the water somewhere over here.
16-inch crappie count?
16-incher?
Probably 15, but it was big.
Did the ROE, it didn't say bass, it said 14-inch limit, right?
That's true.
I mean, did you weigh it?
No.
Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't count. All right, well, I think it's, we got
That
30
time,
seconds.
30 seconds.
Hey, just think about on your way home, you get to wash all these love bugs off your car, not your teeth.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you're the ones that are gonna be going home.
Oh, now,
Yeah.
come on.
You already tried to cheat this morning. Tried to trade
Yeah.
partners.
Yeah, I'm still in shock from this.
Oh, you know it.
All right, bring it in. Put your bow basic loads on the table. Welcome back to from the semifinals. You have completed your first 4 hours of this operation safely With that said, Robert, talk us through your after-action review.
Sir, we left the talk approximately 07:45, and we made a really short run, maybe about 400 yards from the talk. Started fishing, and our competitors weren't even out of boat range, and we put our first fish in the boat. Weighed in, I believe, at 242.
240. So only one fish.
Only one
at
fish.
242 all
yes,
day.
sir. We hit all the prime locations. Caught a lot of small fish, but and one big old crappie, but that's about it.
So a tough day of fishing, but one fish for 242. Cool. Yes, all right, Jeff, Davey, talk us through your day.
We left approximately 7:45, sir. We made a run up past Pendleton Bridge. Ran into a lot of brim beds. Figured we'd get into some bass, maybe cruising. We had a lot of bites, just couldn't capitalize. We made a run to the Texas side, last minute ditch effort, started throwing drop shot. Got a few bites, couldn't capitalize again. We ended the day with 0 fish.
Oh my gosh, you're moving on. One fish wins it again. One fish. Oh. All right, congratulations. Grab your bobblehead basic load and move out and draw fire. You're going to the national championship.
Yeah.
Well, this is my first time in the losers bracket, and it's bittersweet. You know, I would have liked to stayed in here and won out and created a dynasty, but it wasn't meant to be. So it felt really strange walking out of the talk without the bio-bore boxes of baits. I almost took them and said, "Can I carry those for you?" Because it was just so foreign to me.
It probably wasn't as strange as waking up with duct tape on your mouth.
You know, fun from the standpoint of he wasn't even out of sight, and we'd put our first fish in the boat. So that was kind of the fun part. We just took off from the launch, made about a 100-yard run, pulled up on a dock, and I made like 3 casts, and I put one fish in the boat. And
we didn't even have the net out yet. He swung it. I think I've caught it in midair. I caught every spline down my stomach, but we weren't going to lose that fish no matter what.
Yeah, I am 2-0 on grudge matches.
Our championship is set. What started with 8 teams is now down to 2. Will we see a repeat champion or crown a new top team? We'll find out next week on Force on Force.